Hello, hello, hello. What's good, everybody? Sorry getting on a little bit late, but of course I lost all track of time. So now I have to see, is this going to kick on? I just reset this, so I might have to mute it. Oh, we might be going for the double echo as usual. But what's up? It is Monday night. See, is this going to kick on? Just boom. Oh, we was ready for it. What's up? It's Monday night, and I am all ready to talk some more about the Umbrella Academy, episode 3 and 4 from season 3. This has got me hook, line, and sinker. What about you, Number Realist? What's really going on with this show?
Yo, I am enjoying this show. Literally after the previous stream, I just went to bed, got my phone, and literally watched episode 3 and 4. And wow, I'm hating watching 2 episodes per week. Because after episode 4, I'm like, come on now, let's hurry up. Talk about episode 3 and 4. So once that's over, let's watch episode 5 and 6. Because this season so far, man, I don't know if I can handle it. I do not know if I can handle it. And I called it Lester Pocket.
Lester Justified. Oh, absolutely. I can't wait. I mean, yeah, this was the biggest cliffhanger yet. It's absolutely got me just going nuts. What about you, Number 7? How we doing this week, and what are we thinking about the Umbrella Academy so far?
I'm doing what I can do. For this show, yeah, they came hard this season. I'm loving everything that is happening. And, like, I think maybe midway through episode 2 into the beginning of episode 3, I was like, wait, hold on, there's some fishy shit going on here with that random old man walking around. And then when I saw what he looked like, and I was like, well, that's the same motherfucking energy signature that we saw floating around all them other rooms. I was like, wait, no, that can't be it. Wait, no, is that it? That holy shit, that's it. No words. Literally, the reveals have been so good so far this season, and I can't say they're being predictable, but it's only if you're paying attention, I think, that you're catching the little nodes, and it's pretty freaking cool. I love exactly what we're seeing. I knew y'all probably had it in the bag also. That's why I didn't say nothing in our other chat. I just want to talk about it here. So let's get into this, because this is a great season so far.
Oh my God, it's so great. What's up, Jake Cruz? Can't even be mad at you for getting weak on this. Like I said, it was so tough not to hit that play button. Not even hit the play button. It does it for you. It just jumps right into the next episode. You have to like rush to the remote to backtrack it, or it will make you watch it. So I can't be mad at you. I know I was really wanting to see episode 5, but I had to wait because we got to get them predictions in, because there is so much going on. Like, are they dropping these nuggets? Or are they just making it look that way and going to yank the rug out of us? I mean, we got to get into it. I don't know. But this one's the Umbrella Academy Season 3, Episode 3, Pocket Full of Lightning. And shout out to Luther on keeping the love train going. Like, my man looks like, his kidnapping ended with a cherry on top, no pun intended. Oh, are you happy for my man Luther, fandom?
Of course, man. Left and right, heartbroken and such, getting cockblocked from season 1 to 2. But finally, it seems he might be on a steady relationship here. And I'm shipping it. I'm loving it. Even try to get himself some condoms. Even though the freaking the person who was selling it got freaking Thanos snapped, but he still got some.
Oh, I'm shipping the Sluther. Absolutely love it. It's amazing. And yeah, that was so sweet. Like, he's all making a dance video in his own mind and takes the flowers from one lady and immediately gives them to another lady. She's like, sir? I was like, I'm just loving every aspect of this so far. It's fantastic. And while Luther is buying those condoms and sharing that sex is a thing that he does now, another shockwave rolls through the city. So, again, everybody around except Luther gets instantly incinerated. So, is this telling us more? It seems like it's telling me more and more that the Umbrella Academy is indeed dead in this timeline. What's going on, AK? I know you got some theories.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's, I mean, we're going to lead up to it in later discussion, but once correctly read the tea leaves, I had to get my Professor Trelawney on, and something wasn't adding up until we saw that big reveal. I was like, that it was just done so well. And yeah, and also Luther getting some. The only other person that might need to get some more than Luther is Victor. So I'm here for any bit of love and hope and happiness that they can grasp to. I think it's all great.
The only ones who survive the shockwaves are the Umbrella Academy and Grace, and I just think that at this point that they're all non-living things. And although Luther did say that only half the people vanished, but it sure looked like all of them were gone to me, fandom. So what's up? Are they dead in this timeline?
I was just about to say the same thing. Like, why was he saying like half? But in our view for the audience, looked like everyone. So
It
maybe
looked
as
like
he was like
everybody.
walking, maybe as he was walking away, he observed maybe there was like one or two people. And I'm really questioning this whole, like, as we call it, ball of plot convenience. Is it like specifically like killing off maybe the people that were like affected by members of the Umbrella Academy, and since they don't quote unquote exist in this timeline, that's why they're being killing off first or something? I'm not 100% sure.
I can't wait.
That's an interesting thought.
Can't wait for that to be revealed. But that's pretty brutal of Five to tell Allison to just accept that this is her home now. I'm like, I'm with her on this one. Like, no, motherfucker, like, figure it out. Like, get me back to the timeline of my baby girl, and you ain't retiring from shit until I get her back. Like, what? Is he out of his mind, like, thinking that way, AK?
See, I honestly cannot say either one of them are wrong or either one of them are correct. Like I don't know if you look at any other Reddit threads, but there's this one called, like, "Am I the asshole for whatever reason?" And you tell your story. One of the ratings for that's an option for that is everybody sucks here or no one sucks here. This is kind of a no one really sucks here situation. I completely understand how Allison feels. If I, first of all, just left the love of my life where I could have had a future with him and I had to come back and the nonsense got skewed up in the timelines again. So now I come back. The only thing that I have to live for is my daughter. And she's not even here because fucking grandpa decided he wanted to be an uppity asshole and changed scripts. And now the situations never came about for that baby girl to exist. It even messed up everybody else. No one was safe in this timeline. I do actually like what fandom was just saying because I'm wondering how exactly that entity is choosing everyone, because we did see that Hargreaves was saying something about oblivion, so I thought that was like one of those staple things in time, like something that cannot be changed. And I thought that was a protection, but from what we see later in the next step, that's not the case. So there's a whole other world of tinfoil to explore here, and it's a lot. I think that deserves its own whole stream. I'm not even going to go into it here.
Oh, man, absolutely. But how is the crew not more with claws on wanting to find out what happened with their mothers, fandom?
I think they just don't even care about their mothers anymore. Because think about it. Your mother, when you were born, sold you for X amount of money. Like, do you even care at that point anymore? For Klaus, it was like, what was it, 3K?
Sounds
I'm
good.
not sure if they
3,000.
even, yeah, they didn't. I'm pretty sure they haven't showed us like how much the other moms like what their offer was. Even I would have felt some type of way. Granted, I'm at one point be like, hey, let me go meet her, but at the same time, it's like
Okay.
you sold me.
Or you find out that she died before she had you. I mean, I don't know who killed her and why and how did it happen. I don't know. I'd have a few questions, I think.
Many questions.
What's that?
Many questions.
Oh, absolutely. Do you agree with Diego that it was like Hargraves that killed all their moms? I mean, we see later that he denies it, but do you think there's still a way that it was him? But then, of course, we find out by the end. So I'm writing these one by one, and we see where my mind was at. I was like, there's no way that Hargraves did it. I was with Claus on that.
Shit. I thought absolutely for sure he was the one. That he was number one on my suspect list.
Really?
Really?
He
Wow.
was number one. Look at all the nonsense that he did already. Okay, you come in and you see the Sparrows. They're going off the wall on jump. What's good, Linda? Good to see you, sis. Off rip, you can tell these fools are some assholes. They like to water down freaking the seven on the boys. They don't give a fuck about a whole lot. You see how they treating Hargreaves. So for him to have the mindset to go out, he saw he fucked up with the other bunch. For him to go around and kill their moms so they weren't even an option to come into the ether and mess anything up at all, it fit for me. That looked like something he would absolutely do.
It was a possibility, absolutely. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't believe it either because he said like, "Oh, I knew my mistakes in choosing you guys. I just chose other people." And if they were other people who also had abilities within their with the Umbrella Academy, it's like, well, they didn't seem to like affect them, so I might as well just leave them be.
Jake's got a good point. It's not like it's not like the moms carried them for a full 9 months. Like they weren't pregnant. All of a sudden they weren't. A baby popped out, and then all of a sudden somebody offers money for this thing that you really.
Yeah.
Regardless, that's still your freaking child. Regardless, it's been 9 months. That still came out of you. It's like,
no,
come on.
it wasn't 9 months though. You know what? DJ's right. It wasn't 9 months. It was literally 5 minutes. We saw the whole thing on the train.
Yeah, it happened. I mean, you'd be scared. You'd be terrified. You're a little girl. I mean, you don't know what your background situation.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you went to the doctor, then like a blood test. This is actually mine. And then we're like, yep, that child is yours. So it's like,
here's the thing, though.
I wonder if they do.
Here's the thing, though.
I guess they'd have to.
Everyone has their price limit, because I thought I was about to ready to give all props to Ben's grandma for pulling out the meat cleaver. Like, bitch, if you come anywhere near my damn grandson, we're gonna have a problem. And what did Hargreaves say? Again, this is why I thought he could have did it, because this is his mindset. He don't even flinch. It's like, oh, hey, I love a spirited negotiator. Let's talk. Let's continue to talk. And what happened? He ended up with Ben and the Sparrow.
Absolutely. Both sides, yep. Whichever one.
Just saying. I don't put shit past that old man.
Oh, man. So finally, Five decides to have a little chat with one whose head isn't completely up their own ass and crashes Lila's bath time. That was just a fun little fight that they had to get out of their system real quick before realizing that they were going to have to work together to get out of this current predicament. But I don't know. I was all in for that scene. How'd you like it, Phantom?
Naked Lila fighting Five. Loved it.
I got a question. I'd love to hear y'all's thoughts on it. Why the hell have they not boned yet?
Lila and Five?
Because every random ass weird interaction that Lila's had with Diego, she's had the same weird ass random shit going on with Five from the beginning. I'm like, you know what? I need you. Also, Lila's just fucking crazy. I almost didn't even believe that was Diego's son, but it more than likely is.
Yeah, it kind of, I don't know, kind of has some Diego has a lot of Diego-like tendencies.
He's a fuck up like Diego. Stop touching shit, little boy. Clearly, Lila did not make him go to the T-baby school of not touching shit. And it shows.
No. Yeah, it was way too, He's got too many Diego-like tendencies. It's got to be his little him. It's ridiculous. Mm-hmm. But before she leaves with Five, her and Diego will have a little chat. And I don't know, I think the difference between Diego and Five is that Diego deep down actually does love her back, and Five just really does deep down hate this woman. So I don't really think there is a thing there. I think they actually hate each other. Or at least he hates her. But yeah, she was acting weird when they got to the commission. And she was acting real weird. Yeah. I don't know if they're going to touch on that or what. But he even said something like, why are you being so weird?
Yeah, something's going on. Something else is going on with her that we haven't seen yet.
But, I mean, before they pop out, Diego and her have a little chat. So what do you think, Phantom? Do you think Diego and Lila are going to hook back up, or is she going to end up having a thing with Five?
Most likely, because even number Five, I think it was in the next episode or this episode, where he was pretty much telling you, like, yo, my brother still has a hard on for you, so stop limiting his feelings.
Yeah, he said.
Then you saw how she softened up after that.
Yeah, so he said, out of everybody, he actually does love you. And you're fucking it up.
So you think she'll end up back with Diego then, not Five, Phantom?
Yeah.
I don't know. Allison and Victor decide to head back into the house and to ask the Sparrows for the briefcase back. And again, the lack of communication in this group just ruins them. It's ridiculous. If Five could have just shared that he already had the briefcase, like that could have stopped so many problems before they happened. But no, I guess we're on the show. It's like, y'all need to communicate. And then Grace's timing was pretty spot on, like walking in on Ben and number 3, or I don't know, is it number 2 now? But is that something Hargreaves programmed in her, like always intervene when with the children before it comes to blows, AK?
I don't think so.
That on her own?
Because there's a whole lot more that she could have done besides come in with a plate of cookies, if that was the case.
Well, he wanted to come in. she said I need to come in and clean or whatever. But it almost seemed like she heard that they were getting ready to come to blows, and just the timing was just impeccable. But it could have just been a coincidence.
I mean, yeah, they don't care about her. Like you can tell that by looking at them. They fully see her as just a robot. They don't give a damn about her at all.
Yeah, that's
Chrissy of Old Stones. We got a celebrity in the chat. Look at this.
Hello, Chrissy Old Stones, welcome back. Good to see you again. Good to see you again. Oh, and for the perfect Klaus Funko, yeah, unbelievable. 5 and Klaus are definitely 2 of the best in the show. Absolutely.
Facts.
Jake says 5 is my favorite. He is definitely one of the most interesting ones. I'm not going to deny that. Lester Pockets finds his way into the hotel, and our crew is staying at, and like he books himself a room, and then we find out later, like our man Fandom did indeed called another one. Lester Pockets is none other than our little boy Harvey. Welcome.
Yep. I wasn't here for the last stream, so you said that. Good call. I didn't record my reaction, but I really was sitting here like, nah, man, that's definitely got to be Harlan. As soon as I rewound a couple times, looked at the dates, I'll say, yep, it fits.
Oh, it was unbelievable. Yeah, they were dropping, like I said, when I went back and was doing the outlines, like they were dropping a bunch of little nuggets if you were looking at it. So, well done, Fandom, calling another one. He's just on a killing streak lately.
In terms of who's the father, who's the kid, just I got you.
He's like, that family lineage, I'll break down a family tree for you. What kind of hotel is this that you need to sign in and out for, though? I'm telling you, this is a Hotel California situation. You can check out, but you can never leave.
Also, what kind of hotel is this that takes really expensive wristwatches payment?
Yeah, that's pretty gangster.
For 2 rooms, and I'm assuming food is included in that because none of them got any money. And they've been there for what, almost a week now?
Yeah.
So it's something up with that hotel.
Although, I mean, it's not like 5 can't just pop in and out of anywhere and just grab some cash if it came down to that. But yeah.
See, and that's the thing. He could, but we've never seen him do that.
No. Well, he's never had to. I mean, he's just living in a mansion and been in the Umbrella Academy. But yeah, now when
True enough, yeah.
Yeah, he could pop anywhere. Was it like was it necessary for Allison to lie about them having Marcus when they had that little meeting with the Sparrows, do you think? Because, I mean, you just knew that was going to come back and bite him in the ass. So why is she out there lying, AK?
Allison is in a very traumatic state right now. That is the only thing I can say. Because, we know Allison. Like everyone has said throughout these past couple eps, this is not you. You're usually the most level-headed, calm, cool, and collected, and wants to hear all sides to the story before actually going in on a plan, especially if it means fighting and people getting hurt. And this season, she is just not on that life anymore at all because she's grieving for all the loss she's had to deal with in her life.
Which nobody can blame her for.
Yeah, I can't fault her for how she feels. However, Ma, you're being a little bit too reckless with everything right now. I know you're angry. I understand. You have every right to be, but this is the show right now. You can't be doing none of that kiddie shit that you did in the first 2 seasons. You don't have that option. Shit is really about to go down now, and I need you to focus a little better. Just a little bit. Like you literally broke into a house to go into a little girl's room and scare the fuck out of her and her parents.
Yeah.
Come on now.
You'd be better. I don't know about you, but I would not be going anywhere near that sewer water that Claus went through to break into that house. That was disgusting. Phantom, would you be in on that?
Hell to the no. Like, oh my gosh. Well, Klaus did it before, but like that's Klaus. But like I wouldn't at all. Mm-mm.
And that's exactly what I was about to say. Klaus didn't ask anybody to go on that side quest mission with him because he already knew. Klaus is about doing whatever he needs to do to get to the information because his life thus far is do whatever the hell I have to do to get to the drugs or the booze or to the whatever his vice is at the time. And that's what he's going to do. So, I did side eye him walking out the house with the freaking, what's that thing called?
Scuba suit?
Not the scuba suit. I didn't see the scuba suit until he started stripping in the alley. But the snorkel, that's what the snorkel and the goggles.
Snorkel means he's going to be underneath the water, blowing it in.
Some nasty, mucky water. And what happened? This is why I love Klaus. He opened the damn vent and all that steam blew in his face. He said, "Oh, that reminds me of old times." Klaus, what the fuck was you doing in them streets back in the day, man?
It was wrong. What's up, our bird? Welcome. You name. Oh man, I'm telling you, I have no idea. It is just too much, and I couldn't do it. I could not. You would not see me in them waters. I'm like, I'm knocking on the front door. I ain't getting in. It's just the way it is. Oh, and little Stan is killing me. Like, he is just such a little tiny Diego, like we were saying. Like, Diego giving him $8 to go kick it in the city, and Stan's like, what am I gonna do with this? Like, everything about these two. I'm loving their relationship.
Back in the day, you can get a lot in a corner store with $8. Today, barely anything.
You can't get a damn thing. And I do actually like seeing how their relationship is blossoming. But again, I want to smack Diego upside the head because you know the type of parentage you had and you hated it. Be better. Right now, you're doing the same shit your damn daddy did. What the fuck's wrong with you? BRB.
Keeping it real, Jake Cruz. Let's keep it straight. So Klaus makes it in to talk with his father and ask if he's the one who killed their mothers. And while there to witness like how the Sparrows actually treat him, like me, he wants some answers. Like, what happened to change him into this weak shell of a person, Phantom?
And we finally got at least some of those answers. They were pretty much like drugging him and then having him like sign some stuff away. And I just want to know, like, at what point did they really start to drug this man to like belittle him to this point? And then it was like no fighting in the beginning or something, unless they like in the beginning they just like put stuff in his pills and in his drinks or something, which they probably could have had Grace do that, obviously.
Definitely. That is just, I don't know why would he end up taking his why would he end up taking those pills in the first place to let himself get in this weakened state, AK?
Not sure if she's back yet, but
she's not back.
I mean, I want to know who's even more powerful, because we know Graves isn't a human, so it's like, how strong is he against the Sparrows?
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. How strong is he against the Sparrows?
Because they keep on saying like, oh, if you don't do what we say, you'll get Christopher on you. And as we can even see in near the end of the episode, how strong Christopher is when subduing, powered individuals.
Exactly. Like that's like seems to be his weakness is the number 7. So I mean, everybody thinks the number 1s are the most strong, but it seems like in both cases it's the number 7s that are truly the strongest. Vanya is definitely the strongest of her crew, and then it seems like Christopher is the strongest of his crew. So I don't know. It's like maybe Marcus was a better communicator and a better leader, but it seems like number 7's where all the power is. Because even Ben, while he's the acting number 1, he keeps saying like, keep messing around and we'll get number 7 on you. Or Alfonso told Hargraves like, you better do this or we're going to get number 7 on you. So it seems like number 7's what Hargraves has truly been afraid of this whole time. Oh, then finally, for the love of God, somebody finally makes it to the basement to witness the power source. And I mean, I still can't believe it took this long for some. I mean, you guys are supposed to you're supposed to be better.
Even Grace in the beginning of the episode even like hinted to it. She's like, oh, I'm about to go downstairs and I want to do something to God or praise God. And they just like, does she need like a checkup or something? And then finally, they make it downstairs and see the ball of plot convenience.
Hold on. Can I interject just one thing real quick? Mm-hmm. Fuck the real life Ben of the Sparrows, okay? Because you legit got told exactly what the deal was with Marcus, and you just ignored that shit because you so damn bloodthirsty in this part of the multiverse. She told you exactly what was going on. Y'all assholes decided to go do all this planning and bullshit, violence and fighting and fucking up shit even more than it is before you actually went down to the basement to check out and see what was going on with her. Why did that not raise any red flags? For y'all supposed to be in this so put together group, you just ignore shit that's right there in front of you.
Makes no sense. Made no sense whatsoever.
None.
So Allison's lie's going to come back and bite her now that Ben knows that she doesn't have Marcus, and we already know how that pans out. Like, just nothing good is going to come back. Now that Ben knows that she doesn't have Marcus.
Oh, sorry, yeah, my bad.
But I love how Diego walks in on Luther and like sees what music he's listening to, and then instantly figures it out. Like, are you making a mixtape? Like, that was amazing. Like, I know that was before y'all's time, but that was such a thing back in the day. That was amazing.
And also, I'm sorry that I love you playlist was kind of fire though. He had like all the greats from back in the day on there.
And then he used the like analogy, like we were dancing on the ceiling, if you know what I mean. He's like, "Oh, that's going in." Like, should have already been the other way around. Like, the writing in there was impeccable. That was fantastic. And then Hargraves told Claus the worst of it is that no one comes to visit anymore. Who was it that used to come to visit, Phantom?
That's a good question.
It's like, who is he talking about, and who is he missing out on right now, or is he just talking about like guests in general, and basically they locked it up and keep him like a,
Unless he's referring to the one person we haven't seen yet. Pogo, damn it. Where you at?
Where my Pogo at?
Yeah.
Even though I still be eyes, Pogo and his evil schemes, Mojo Jojo on the slide.
Yo, he is low-key Mojo Joeing over there. He really is. That's exactly what I first thought when he popped up. I said, oh shit. This is the live action Mojo Jojo that we didn't know we wanted.
Let me just say that the thumbnail that when I reverts back so I didn't see the next episode, the thumbnail that they had on for it has me very excited. That's all I'll say about that. But Claus was so touched when Hargraves like said he's growing on him, and like it's true, he's had a rough life, and most of his biggest loves are gone. His lover, his mom, kind of his dad, like the brother that he loved most. Like Claus has gone through it. So feeling bad for my man, and he is like, now that Hargraves has actually shown him some love, like I don't know, I was feeling that ceiling. How about you, Phantom?
Didn't he kind of show Klaus a bit of love when he went to like that
afterlife thing?
Yeah, type thing. I can't like remember that full scene, but it was kind of like that too, was it?
It was kind of. It was almost implied though, but like that version of Hargreaves, he was still a cold-hearted bastard.
I was about to say, it seemed like he was just more real in that scene. Like he just gave him some hard truth. Like you could consider that love, but it seemed like he gave him a lot of hard truths in that scene. Which, I mean, like I said, Claus has had a rough one.
Yeah, in this instance here, though, I think he genuinely did show some true caring, and he was only able to do that because he's looking at his life now, and I bet he wished he still would have picked those same kids, because these psychotic motherfuckers are running his pockets left and right. Like, you're not even allowed to stay in the room for the team meeting.
Right, exactly.
Like, oh, we tell you to sign, bitch. Take these pills and shut the fuck up.
Yep, he finally gets his best brother back that he loves the most, and he's a total asshat. Like, that's rough. So it's going to come through, and that's something big's going to happen in the end again, I think, with him as usual. But yep, the way he listens to sounds, we figured out that he was right. That definitely has to be Harlan, and I'll just put that in there because that was a huge note. Like, that's exactly what little Harlan had to do. So we should have known right there that.
Yep.
That was definitely Harlan in the house. And I love how matter-of-factly Diego is with Victor. Like, you good? You feel loved? Good, because you are. Now, can we get back to saving the world? Like, they just smooth like buttered through that.
As a member of the LGBTQ community, I just absolutely adore and love how they have handled this situation. Elliot, you ain't never gonna see this stream, but kudos to you, my guy, because you're out here doing the damn thing, and that jawline is doing all of the work to make you look sexy as hell, my brother. I appreciate you being out here. Keep doing what you do, because these episodes are great, and I love every scene that you're in.
Oh, smooth like butter. Yeah, that was absolutely amazing. And then Claus just has no remorse about just strolling through the house in his robe. Like, he is giving absolutely zero fucks. Like, this is my home. I don't care who's in it right now. But, I am just all in on Claus.
Yeah. That's classic Klaus, though. That's completely his MO. Wherever he goes, he's going to try to make himself the most comfortable that he can be.
He's right at home in his home. I'll tell you that.
But it's crazy how he went to Greaves' room all the way to the basement and no one noticed him.
He does some gangster moves. Like, he just floats through almost like you can't even see him.
And you know what? Actually, now that I'm thinking about that, what if that is just another aspect of his powers that he has never really noticed or known that he's been able to use? Because we find out later that all this extra shit that he's doing, he didn't know what was actually happening at the time. He was just moving through the movements and taking everything as they go. But it really explains now, like that little clip in the beginning of season 2 that we saw, all that power that he was radiating, calling on like the dead soldier army and all of that, it makes so much sense now to see what was actually happening with him. There's a lot of callbacks in these past few episodes that I like, and I'm really interested in seeing how they weave it in for the rest of the season.
Absolutely. And I mean, he gets to see ghosts. So, I mean, maybe at this point he's honed his power into enough he can turn himself into a ghost or just go translucent on it.
Something. I think a lot of upgrades are coming for everyone in the academy right now.
That'd be sweet. But Claus does say that he's the spiritual one, but he was having none of it when Grace started speaking in tongues down by that little power ball. So is he really the spiritual one, or is that thing just no God at all?
That wasn't his type of spirits.
It's like, that's not my God.
He noped the fuck out of there, and that's an appropriate response for that crazy shit.
There's only one God, ma'am, and he does not dress like that.
He don't look like that.
Oh, Five and Lila are able to make the jump and get together, but where did they jump to? Like, it looks like the commission behind them, but why the blizzard weather? Like, does it have to do with that grandfather paradox? And of course, we figure out that absolutely it does. And then we get back to Harlan power seem to work a lot like that sphere does in the basement. Is it because of that? Like, or are we going to find out that sphere is there because of Harlan, not the Umbrella Academy? Or at least like what we know of it is? What do you think, fandom? Like, does that Powerball and Harlan have something to do with each other?
Yeah, they pretty much answered that in the next episode.
He's like, they're going to let us know. We saw that. But they kind of did. Like, we'll get to it. Like, he explodes.
He didn't create it, but,
You don't think he's the one who created it?
No, he didn't create it. It just, it created itself because of what he did.
Okay.
Yes.
Maybe he's the one, like, he's the reason it was able to create itself. Like, that was the power source of it. I like that.
He's patient zero, kind of. Because everything is the jump off from him. But then again, this is why the grandfather paradox always goes around in circles. Mm-hmm. That would not have happened without the initial time traveling of Five and also of the rest of the team when Five did that shit again. So it's ultimately going in a circle. But if they do go back and fix it, Harlan doesn't have powers. They still get born, but there's still that little intermixing of those timelines. Something else is going to pop up somewhere else and create another issue. All of them really just need to stop touching shit, especially stop touching time.
We know what the real thing is. It's something that Victor does that inadvertently causes the end of the world.
But then it's always Victor that helps and almost comes in as the linchpin to save and correct it again. So there's something there again with Victor and with Harlan that I think is going to have to be what saves, I guess, this apocalypse.
Yeah, they have to pretty much go back in time to the moment where she saves him when he's drowning.
To the right moment, yeah.
Yeah. Save him, but just don't give him the power.
No, they'd have to go. She would need to go back to that conversation she was having with Sissy, and then pause that conversation, bring Harlan in, or just stop and talk about it later outside of his earshot. He only ran off because he thought Vanya was leaving him, and he didn't want that. So there's a very specific time she would have to jump back to catch it and actually stop that from happening.
I like that. Absolutely, Jake Cruz. Was it egg salad or tuna?
I mean, either way, they're both mayonnaise products, and I don't know how all them sandwiches were still good enough for him to eat sitting in that suitcase.
I thought that when he was going to do his reunion, he was going to give them each a sandwich, and it was 1 to 6, but nope.
I was like, I'm telling you, I was not feeling that one. I remember you saying that one. I was like, no, that's not what it is. That's his food.
It's probably just a part of his OCD. I mean, he already had random mental issues. He was already on the spectrum. Getting those powers, I think, skewed everything so widely for him. And again, like he said, he needed Vanya. He really did, because she could have helped him control that a lot better. Yeah. Sissy didn't know what the hell to do with that shit. That's why they moved around so much.
100%. Absolutely. Trying to run it. You cannot outrun that kind of power. What's up? Is Claus just going to move back into his old room and chill in the mansion now, or is he going to make his way and stay in the Momo? What do you think, AJ?
If Klaus had it his way, he probably would just go back to his room and chill. and go live whatever quiet party boy life he could live. I think he would actually probably try to go sneak and talk to his aunt a little bit more, because she absolutely recognized him. You know, she said, "Yo, you have her eyes." So yeah, I know that you're hers. Take this. There was some crazy shit going on, but hurry the fuck up and run with your family because they about to kill you.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We got to talk about it. That's definitely part of the next episode. But before we get there, we got just a few trivia questions to see if anybody remembers what happened in this
Not
episode.
a damn thing.
If you
I'm
know
warning you right now.
write it in the chat box. If you're watching later, write it in the comments down below. What chapter in the Paradox Protocols is the Grandfather Paradox?
68.
My man, knocking it out of the park right out the gate. What's the kid's name at the beginning of the episode that hates his grandfather?
Elmer Tailman? Or something like
Tillman,
that?
absolutely. Well done, you.
I told you I ain't write shit down.
What city did the boy live in?
New Jersey.
And what food did the boy's grandfather say he didn't like?
Was it pea soup?
It was peas. Just peas. Good job. Good job. What year did the boy invent time travel?
1955.
Oh, he's just crushing it. Just sit back and relax, AK. He's got this.
Mm-hmm.
What was the grandfather's name? Deep dive.
Damn you!
Ooh,
Wait, Sydney. Was it Sydney?
Oh, look at him go.
I was about to say, bro, how you get every other aspect of that situation and not the name? Come on, man. You making us look bad.
Oh, man. No, absolutely crushing it. Well done, you. Oh, man. Here we go. Let's see if we can go for a little deeper dive. How much were the mints that Luther was about to buy? Okay, we gotta get one.
Random ass guess to, I don't know, 50 cents a pop, 25 cents, I don't know.
Oh, I had to get one in there. I can't know 100%. So we can't be acing it now. What's up, Chad? Anybody remember? Can you go that deep with it? How much were the mints that Luther was ready to buy? The next question, going back on an old school one, see if you can recall, what is Allison's daughter's name?
Oh, shit.
My man Jake just holding it down. What a pillager. Well done, you.
If I don't know what Jake
Claire. Is it Claire?
Well done, you. Yes, it is Claire. Absolutely. Good job. Good job. And Jake, that is impressive, sir. Nicely done. That's amazing, especially if you didn't Google it. That's awesome. What nickname did Allison call Faye?
Flock of seagulls.
A flock of seagulls.
Actually, it's flock of she-gals, but yeah.
She-gulls, that's right, yeah.
Even Ben laughed at that.
Right, Ben was like, ha, she got your ass, bitch.
That was a good one. Absolutely. Oh, let's see. This one might be a little hard for the younger ones, but let's see if you know it. What TV show was Claus watching with Hargraves?
Oh, fuck. What TV show was he watching?
What TV show was Claus watching with his daddy?
It was an 80s show, wasn't it?
I think 90s.
Oh, fuck.
Pretty sure 90s. Yeah, because they're in the 90s. Yeah, so it was definitely a 90s show.
Damn, I don't remember.
That's a deep dive.
Yeah. Shout. Let me give a special shout out to Cascade. That's one of my baby sisters. Y'all say hi.
Hello.
Cascade, welcome down the rabbit hole. And speaking of, we're going to be getting right into it because we're going to go right into the next episode, Season 3, Episode 4. And this one is called Kugelblitz. And that was such a dope recap. Like, I love the way they showed us Sissy's life, like how she was always on the run because of Harlan's abilities. Like, will he blame his like harsh life, like of always being on the run, on Vanya in the end? Do you think, AK?
I don't know. It's possible, but we're on episode 4. I can't call a whole lot that's happening. Also, though, real quick, another shout out. That's my other baby sister that's in the chat, Sherry Forte.
Oh, welcome, Sherry.
Heart you both, ladies.
It is a full house tonight.
There we go. Welcome. Good to see you. Oh,
I think it's too early to tell. For now, it seems like he's not blaming Victor. But as the season progresses, I wouldn't be surprised he might turn around and say, "Oh, it's you. That's all this is because of you."
Yeah.
He did kind of look like, why did you leave? Why didn't you come back? She waited forever hoping you would come back. Like, it seems like there's a little something there.
I mean, for her or him, it was been like a few minutes, right? When you see me 3 or 4 days now.
Yeah, it's only been a couple of days for her.
Yeah, for him, it's been like years,
decades.
If y'all compare this a little bit to WandaVision. This is kind of, the hinted beef between Monica Rambeau and Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Some shit happened. The other parental figure disappeared, and where the fuck were you? I needed you, but you ain't here.
Out saving universes, yeah, exactly. Harlan said he couldn't control it, but it kind of seemed like he could to some extent. Like, he didn't kill that group of boys that was beating on him. He just kind of knocked them down so he could get away. So is he kind of underplaying his skills at being able to control his powers, fandom?
No, he's being legit now. Because just like the whole rabbit situation, like the rabbit, he could have just like pushed a rabbit or something, but exploded. For this situation, they just freaking
they survived.
off.
That could have been
in the nursing room. There's some people that like he didn't expect like the whole situation with the parents to happen versus what happened in the room with those was it 2 nurses or security that came into the room. Like there was just so much stuff. Like it doesn't seem like he can control it.
I mean,
at that point, go ahead, DJ.
I was just gonna say maybe in like extreme adrenaline responses like that. I mean, he was a little boy and a rabbit bit him, so like instantly he's gonna be like and like that could have popped out of him like because he wasn't ready for it. And then like his mom dying, obviously that's an extreme one too. That's just an emotion he could not control, so he just basically had to shut down and let loose. But all the other ones, like I said, like he was getting the shit kicked out of him by them 5 little boys.
He was.
He basically
I think that one
enough to get away.
I think that one was controlled because I thought for a hot second those kids were dead, but then they all started moving around. So he took they've been moving around already. We saw that beforehand. He's trying to do like the least damage that's possible. So he hit him with a little blast. They all survived, and then he got the fuck out of Dodge. But that last time when his mom died, like you said, that was a heavy emotional response. He is grieving a lot because now he has no one else in this world. So yeah, I can't fault him for that extreme outburst because had it been me, I probably would have done worse.
Yeah. I'm surprised with all these outbursts that's happened all these years. Like no secret agency has like captured it or something. Like no Weapon X, no Amanda Waller, nobody.
Well, no. See, Ben answered that for us in the very first episode, though. When they first met, he said they're the only. No, not Ben. What's his name? Marcus, number 1. They said that they're the only superhero any type thing that's in that world. They have that on lockdown. That's why he was so worried about another team being there. So there aren't any other organizations around to check them. So all that crazy shit could have been happening and nobody knows. And they don't have, I guess, feelers out in the city like that. So Harlan never registered for them either.
We still have a missing kid out there. Do you have any guesses of who that super being is going to be?
Which missing kid?
Well, they said there were 16 babies that were born. And we know of 13 of them back and forth between the Sparrows and the Umbrella Academy. We know Lila's one, and we know that Harlan's one, basically. But Harlan wasn't.
No, Harlan's not part of it.
Yeah, because
Harlan wasn't a part of it.
Actually, there's 2 out there missing. So there's 2 missing power or superpowered beings out there that we haven't even met yet.
Which 2 do you think it would be?
I don't know if we've met them. I don't think we've seen them yet. I don't think we've been introduced to them yet.
Possibly.
I mean, if they are, who are they? If we have been introduced to them, who are they?
And where are they?
Yeah, there's 16 babies. It looks like, and the only reason I'm saying there's not even more of them is that these one, like the Umbrella Academy, seems to be jumping back and forth, kind of on the same timeline, just back and forth through it. So I'm going to say that those are all the same babies, but that still leaves 2 of them that we've yet to meet. So that'll be interesting to see how they pop that up. What's up, fandom? Do you think Harlan was the cause of his mom's death? Like all those outbursts of radiation throughout the years maybe caught up to her and gave her cancer? You think maybe that happened, or is it just something else organic that happened?
No, I think it's organic.
Think so? See, I think that's also another parallel with Maria Rambeau and with Carol Danvers. Because we know Maria, she died of cancer, and Harlan's mom, Sissy, she died of cancer also. What if there was some type of radioactive something going on that caused that? It's feasible. I'm not saying that that's what it is, but it could be.
Absolutely. Jay Cruz brings up something I was thinking about too. Like in the first season, they said there was 40. I believe I think it was that number, 47 kids, and Hargraves was only able to secure 7 of them. But now they're talking like
That's right.
now they're saying that there's 16. So is that in different
New
time?
timeline.
The grandfather paradox. I think a lot of those were canceled out because of them jumping. Well, because it's Hargreaves, I think, changing his mind is what did it. But then 5 jumping back, I guess, at the right point in time in their timeline, that skewed everything and created that freaking random ass black hole obscural.
Yeah, I don't know. I just the plot convenience is it something they're going to touch on? Yeah, I don't know because they did say that like there's a whole lot more bursts in the first season, and basically he could only secure 7 of them. He wanted to get more, but that's all the mom.
Yeah,
but
yeah, and they said they're the only supers that are there. So what did happen to the rest of those moms or the rest of the kids?
That's got to be something they touch on definitely. And then we get back to Diego yelling at Stan, but Stan just runs over and gives him a hug for being alive and saving his life. And I don't know, we finally got Diego feeling those daddy vibes. How are we feeling about that, AK? Is he going to be a good dad in the end?
I hope so. I really hope so. I mean, honestly, right at that point, I think is where we start to see the change with Diego. He's actually starting to pay a little more attention now, and he recognizes that his son does not need to be told, hey, go over there somewhere. No, you need to start trying to make time and keep your son close to you, and don't be the douche that the man that raised you was.
Exactly. And like
especially,
I said, he's showing
especially when you got a mom like Lila. Come on, somebody got to come in and balance that chick out because she unstable.
And he even said so. So he's like, your mom sucks. So basically, and Diego needs something to love. I mean, he needs somebody. Mm-hmm. He has basically nobody. Like his siblings are siblings, but he needs something to call his own and likes to love. So he needs a little one. I think it's going to be
absolutely
good. Stan's going to be good for him in the end, I think. And as usual, what's that? Go ahead.
So I was just saying, I hope so.
As usual, Claus's timing is right on point. Like, I actually thought the 2 Sparrows were going to come back to life, but thinking back on it, like, they were shown to be the 2 bigger assholes of the cruise, so it's pretty fitting that they were the 2 that died, huh, Phantom?
I kind of like Alfonso more, but
You were an Alfonso fan, I forgot.
I'd say you would like him.
Oh, he's just kind of a slug, I think. I don't know. Chin's all falling off, munching on the freaking... he's just.
I did like what was it, Janie with her ability? They gave us Footloose, so it's like, they had their moments.
Yo, I spent the first 5 minutes of the episode going, wait a minute, what the hell is going on here? I mean, I'm not opposed to solving things with the dance battle, but this is not par for the course for what they do. And then halfway through, I was like, oh wait, nah. There's some shit in that bitch's venom. Nah, this is just Diego tripping balls right now. This isn't happening.
Oh, awesome. And then 5 and Lila make it inside the commission to find a Baron, and 5 is able to locate Herb's last transmission before he was imploded and sees like, yep, everybody really did die. Like, he's like, this is so much worse than I thought. They just figure out this is not going anywhere well. Excuse me. And again, this seems like Harlan powers. Is Harlan ending the world just like Vanya did before? Like, is that the real power she transferred over to him, being a world breaker fandom?
She has the ability to end the world, but it's not like he wants to do it. He's inadvertently did it because of the whole him killing the mothers, and then boom, the whole Kugelblitz in the basement.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like those 2 are definitely connected. And then Sloan makes it through, but runs when she comes to. And was it a misstep? But I don't know. Did we already know that these 2 were going to work it out sooner than later, and that Luther and Sloan were just going to be a thing by the end of this, regardless, AK?
I think they are going to be a thing, and honestly, I really, really hope they are. Sloan, it is low-key seems like she's being held hostage. Like, I'm looking at the screen at her interactions and how they treat her. Like, hey, Sloan, psst, blink twice if you need help. Because she does not look like she feels safe in that mansion at all. And they low-key treat her like the Umbrella Academy treated Vanya when they were kids.
Treating Hargraves.
Yeah.
and I don't know why that is. I don't know exactly what her background is, but her and Luther seem to be very kindred spirits, and they both deserve some love and happiness. So I'm here for it. I ship it.
Maybe they're just scared of her, like Vanya. She's undercover, the most powerful of them all. Maybe that's why they're so scared.
Maybe. I do question though what the hell happened to Christopher that turned him into that random ass floating box with lightning powers.
Maybe he's always been a box.
So you're telling me again, we brought this up in the first stream, AK. Did the mom literally gave birth to a damn cube?
I'm saying, like, it just seems like there had to be some type of mutation that happened. Hargreaves did some type of random ass experiment, and that's what turned out. And then also with what's his name? Number 4? Is that who he is? The dude who with the weird face.
Mm-hmm.
Every time you hit him, it's like you're hitting yourself. What the hell happened to him? How did that shit come to be?
And why didn't he not just put his power on and have Harlan's powers go back to zap Harlan? If he can just turn people's powers against him, why didn't he do that with Harlan?
Yeah, his powers were never explained fully.
I feel like it has to do something with his face specifically, because there are a lot of body shots when him and Diego fought, and those body shots never affected Diego.
Yeah, but Stan threw that knife at his leg, and all of a sudden Stan's leg was cut.
Yeah. See, it's weird. They got to explain that, because they're going back and forth on that.
Exactly. Like sometimes he punched him and it hurt him. Like sometimes he kicked him in the ribs and it hurt him, and sometimes it hurt the person.
And sometimes it didn't. Yeah.
It was like we were talking about that last stream. They need to explain that a little better. But yeah, if I had that kind of power and somebody's trying to do that to me, I'm gonna try to do it back to him and knock him out and save my siblings. But for some reason,
fast. Like, why would you not go in there with with all your powers charged up already at the ready?
Yeah, maybe it was just too powerful and he couldn't hold it back.
Harlan does seem like a real powerful motherfucker, and at that point in time, he had full control over that energy blast.
Yeah, he came out and just let loose.
So he knew what he was doing.
So Victor tells Harlan that he's going to make it right, and Harlan asks how, and I would like to know myself, because people are dead. So how exactly is Victor just going to make this right?
Oof.
I don't know about that one. Like you kind of overcome from there.
It's one of those situations where no one sucks here. A lot of that only happened for Victor or for Harlan because of the time travel. And that time travel ultimately only happened because of the shit that 5 did, fucking up and being cocky as a kid. That's how the whole shit got started. So there's not a lot of blame I could put on either one of them. This is just a situation, and unfortunately, there's only a specific type of moves you can make in this situation. And I think Victor sneaking him out was probably the best course, because this doesn't have to be some long drawn out fight where it's like the Avengers fighting the Chitauri and half of New York gets destroyed. This could legit just be a peace talk, and we work together, fix the problem, and then everybody go back to whatever time in the multiverse they need to go back to. But because the Sparrow Academy is bloodthirsty, there's going to be problems now.
Yeah, egotistical too. Just so
very. Oh God, their ego is ridiculous.
About the charts, Tony Stark levels. And so when Allison rumored herself, what's up, fandom? Did it work? Is she now happy?
Is who happy?
When Allison rumored herself to be happy, is she happy now?
When I saw that, I was like, I can't remember a time that she actually rumored herself, and if it was even possible.
Yeah, I don't know. She looked in the mirror, and we saw her eyes go glazed, but I don't know. I was like, did it really work, or is it even possible?
No, it didn't, because she's still going to remember the fact that she's not with Claire.
Right. The fact that she's still so angry proves that it didn't work.
Maybe for like a few seconds or so, within that moment, but...
And I also thought that may be her powers slipping because the paradox is getting bigger. Like how the briefcases both stopped working, because in the paradox, 5 technically does not exist or was never born. That might possibly be the same with Lila if, Harlan's power touched Lila's mom at that point in time, because we haven't seen a baby her anywhere. And we haven't seen the handler at all, so she probably didn't adopt Lila in this time stream where they are. So neither one of them can make the briefcases work.
Or she's just dead already because 5 went back in time and killed her last season.
That's possible.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Jake
She
says,
probably doesn't exist because didn't Harlan see her in the finale of season 2? So maybe he did kill her mother, excuse me.
maybe. Jake says
Yeah,
she's
possible.
impervious.
But then I don't think that she was in one of those letters though that he picked up. So
We'll see. That's just more they got to tell us. So Ben really is an asshat. Like I guess we saw glimpses of that last year when he kept hijacking Klaus's body when he asked him not to. But boy, he's just full blown. I mean, he just always going to be an asshole, fandom?
nah, it's like you've been like a spirit this whole time, and if you're going to possess someone, fuck it, I'm gonna possess someone. If you're a ghost, would you not want to just possess someone for the hell of it?
Well, you'd want to, but that doesn't make it right.
Man, please. You would possess someone so you can drink some whiskey. Get out of here.
What am I hearing right now? What is fandom going anti-hero over here? What is
I
happening?
can take a body. I'm gonna take a body. I was like, what? Oh man,
I mean, I guess not. I don't think that's. I think it's more of a nurture versus nature thing. I don't think Ben would have turned out like this if Hargreaves would have been better. Like all of them are assholes though. So this just shows he was. I think he was probably as ruthless with them as he was the original Umbrella Academy. But he did take certain different steps, and whatever those steps were key in their development. And now they're all just a bunch of dicks because they don't even like him anymore.
I think it's less so. I think he saw how the other ones turned out, so he probably made different decisions on on a lot of different ones, so they would turn out differently, and it ends up turning out even worse.
They turned out differently, just not differently in a good way for him, and he has fully realized that by now.
Oh, for sure. And I don't know, Ben, like the way he takes no responsibility for being an awful leader, like even goes as far as to blame out Kay for being a shitty number 2. Like, why was Christopher agreeing with him on that, fandom?
I mean, since like the beginning scene we got, it's always been like Ben and Christopher have always been like buddies. So it seems like he would just like agree with them throughout the entire season so far. So it makes sense. Seems like that's their dynamic.
Chris is this Ben's Klaus.
Right.
Yeah.
But man, it's just crazy. Like, finally, in the end, he gets over it. But I mean, it's like, why are you agreeing with him? Like, how are you going to blame Faye for being a shitty number 2? Like, Ben is just awful. Like, everything he does and tries to do sucks.
I mean, not only that, but you already were in position number 1 and you fucked it up. Mm-hmm. You were already in that position, but it got stripped from you because you fucked up some shit. Matter of fact, whatever the fuck up was, that's probably why Christopher is a cube right now.
Oh,
hey, that'd be something. I like that. Let's put that out there. Heard it here.
Sprinkle that little tinfoil into the ether right there.
Oh, that'd be fantastic. That'd be amazing. Oh, but Ben is such a bitch, like whining about they cheated. It wasn't fair. And then Hargreaves asked, "So what are you going to do about it?" And Ben just looked to Faye for answers. I was like, even
right again, you still ain't leadership material. That just solidified it right there.
Terrible. But then Hargreaves tells Ben that there's still a way that he can turn this to his favor. What did he mean by that, fandom?
That I wonder myself.
It's like, how are you going to flip the script on this and make this a good thing for you? Like, I can't wait to see how they do that. And then while Diego's disciplining Stan, Klaus walks in and the camera pans to Chet like a bar patron. And I don't know, it just looked an awful lot like an older Klaus to me. Like last week it was Luther in the same situation. Like they said Luther and then they panned on Luther and it was that other patron. So I'm telling you, these are going to be the older them staying at this hotel locked in forever like a Hotel California situation.
Yeah, okay. I'm glad you said that because that is exactly what I was thinking. That one scene when he, the older guy, I guess the head front desk guy, was talking to Klaus. And also that little bit in the beginning where Victor was looking at that encyclopedia, I guess, to see what happened with them back in the day. And he was like, oh, we accept all kinds here. Klaus is always the one that says, yo, can we just get along and not do all this fighting, arguing bullshit? It seems like that's an older him. Like I literally sat here like, wait, is that an older Klaus? Is that why Papa was talking about oblivion in his sleep on his high induced coma that he was in while Klaus was there? I fully agree with you on that. I think a lot of the characters that were in that hotel are some older version of them. But then why did they disappear?
That's a good question. Wasn't Ben number 4? Luther's 1, Diego's 2, Allison's 3. Wasn't
Allison's
Ben 4?
3.
I think Ben was 4.
I thought Klaus was 4 and Ben was
No, he's 6. 6.
Ben was 6?
Yes, that's right. Yeah. Ben was 6, Vanya was 7. Yeah, then 5 was 5.
I thought Klaus was 6. Yeah, I was off on that. Okay. All right, that makes more sense. See, I knew it was 4 or 6, but I thought Klaus was 6. So I thought he was 4. But yeah, that's his number in that one. But Klaus tries to talk Diego out of the Powerball in the basement, and he tries to talk to him about it. But just as the Sparrows did, Grace and fucking Diego just ignores him. Like, what was that? Like, why is everybody ignoring the most pertinent information going on in this series, Fanning?
I don't know. Klaus knows everything right now, surprisingly, within the season so far.
I mean, it's crazy. But, like, he tries to go and tell Diego with Diego asking him what happens, and then he just ignores him. Like, what? I mean, what is with that, AK?
Who the hell knows? I'm gonna. It may be a stretch to some, but I'm gonna blame Hargreaves. This is how these kids were raised. You know, they are legit products of their environments in both academies. So there's assholes. You know, they wouldn't listen in the beginning when Mom said Marcus was taken by God and God is in the basement. Like, they just ignored that shit. Right, because they wanted to go have a fight. You know, they can't stand having their asses kicked as hard as it was. And now here again, Klaus is in the same boat. Like, here, well, this and this and this is happening. Let's focus on this one thing. And Diego, nah, we need to make a plan. They're going to come after us. We got to be ready. Bruh, chill.
You need to slow down. I'm trying to be 5 steps ahead, and you're 3
Like,
steps
you got a whole ass kid in here with you right now. Stop it. And his solution to that is always just, here's a couple bucks. Disappear for a few hours.
No way.
What the fuck you mean disappear for a few hours? This boy don't know nothing about this town.
And he already told you too. Quit trying to push me away. Everybody always sends me away.
Like exactly. Like, how horrible is that? And how horrible are you of a person to hear that from your son and you still tell him to leave?
Yeah, it's like, wake up. Come on.
Especially after the store, what happened in the store. He said, oh, no, Dad, I got your back. And, I mean, he low-key fucked up a little bit a few times, but he did have his back. In the end, they won the fight.
Oh, he was ready to throw them hands, absolutely.
Like, wake up, Diego. This is why I always want to punch Diego in the throat, because he always on that fuck shit.
And then 5, back at the commission, finds Herb's final recording, and that's just done. But was Claus pounding Scope out of that maid cart? Was Klaus pounding Scope out of that maid cart? Like, it looked like he was just drinking Scope. What was that about?
Scope has a small amount of alcohol in it. For an addict, well, no, for an addict, that they would definitely go for it.
There's alcohol downstairs. I'm like, that's what I was wondering. Like, is he really just going straight degenerate on Scope and pounding it, or I don't know. I was just wondering.
I mean, it's Klaus.
That was so ridiculous. And then Stan's a little klepto. Diego is right. Like, he and Uncle Klaus do have a lot in common. Mm-hmm. A little ridiculous. I knew Klaus was going to end up noticing all of it by the end of it. I was like, he's acting like he doesn't see it. I was like, this is a little him. He knows exactly what's going on.
He was like, hey, excuse me. Leave the panties too. Give me that. Okay, now give me the rest of it back. Put it down. I thought you were supposed to be the cool uncle. You know what? You're right. I thought that too. However, take that other shit out your pockets right now, and then we can talk.
Oh, that was amazing. Where did Klaus see the white buffalo before? Why does it keep keying on that? Did it show that in the first episode or something that I can't remember?
No, previous episode in Hargreaves' room.
It was when he was at Hargreaves' room when he was talking to him. He kept looking at it. That's where it was at.
Yeah, that's when he first saw it.
See, what does it mean though?
Yeah. Or maybe
Hargreaves did open the Oblivion, so not Oblivion. Excuse me, Hotel Obsidian. So remember, it was open to the high class society at first, quote unquote. So since that room was, not on the list of rooms, he probably was stayed in that room.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that was his own personal room, but I don't know, was there some deeper meaning, like the white buffalo is so rare and here he is, he got killed, he got dart gunned, and now he's on a wall, and basically we know what happens later, so it's just kind of prefacing
Right.
that was coming. I don't know. That could have been foreshadowing some of that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I do know as soon as Five started farting, I was realizing that he started scratching his face. I was like, there is a doppelganger around. Like, he is getting ready to run into himself real quick. Did you both pick up on that right away?
Yep.
Facts.
Mummy scratched his neck and then he farted. I'm like, okay. But then the second time it happened, I'm like, all right, doppelganger approaching.
Yeah.
See, it was even before that though, because his mood kept getting testier and testier. Talking to Lila, the closer they got to where they needed to be, and then like he started sweating. He started talking about being dizzy. I was like, wait a minute, wait, bruh. You talking about you trying to go find a founder? This is probably your ass in there somewhere hidden away in some bunker, because of course Five would have a contingency plan for that. And lo and behold, yeah, it's old ass him that we met in season 1, episode 1. In a down, it almost looked like an iron lung that they had him in, missing a part of his arm. So what the fuck fight are we about to see before this season ends? And I think we're going to end this season with him in that machine.
Could be. I mean, that's where it ends up, so it makes sense. What's up? Why was Lila being so weird and annoying while they were walking through the commission, though, fandom?
Was she though, or is she just being weird like her normal self is?
I mean, even Five said, like, why are you being so weird? Like, even for her, it was like extra.
What was it though? I'm with fandom on that one. I thought that was just her being her.
I don't know. She seemed to be a little extra goofy and almost like flirty, even a little bit. Like it was a little bit off, like from her normal character. I thought, like to me, it was anyway.
I mean, I did say I was surprised they hadn't boned at least once, though. I mean, you don't gotta necessarily like someone for there to be sexual tension between you. Oh, there's a thing called hate sex.
Oh, absolutely. Some of the best ever out here. Who would know? Oh man, I get Diego and Allison need to let off some steam, but was walking into a Confederate bar the right way for them to really I don't know, is that the right thing to do, AK? What's up with that?
I mean, they're back into the modern day and age right now, and especially after the era that Allison just had to live through and all the trauma that she's dealing with now. And Diego also, he doesn't have all of the trauma that Allison does, but he is still a brown boy in America. If I had some powers and I could fight real good, I can't say if I would have been in the back seat, I might have jumped in with him. I get it. Sometimes you just got to throw hands, and them assholes are some good people to throw hands at. So I'm not mad at them.
What's up, fandom? Are they going to get caught up in there and something bad happen, or are they going to make it out and just release the steam that they're going in there to do?
Nah, they're going to make it out. Just like well, who was it? Was it Diego and Klaus that were in that military bar and they had like a brawl? So it's going to be like literally the same situation.
Well, I don't know about the same, but there's a little respect between veterans in that one. Huh?
I know what you mean, but they're going to come out okay.
I mean, it's the same sentiment was behind it.
Yeah. I hope so. Yeah, a whole bar full of people and just two of them. It's going to be interesting. See how that one works out. But I don't like how they left it just those two walking in and didn't let us know how it.
I thought they was going to have the fight then in that episode.
Me too.
I didn't think there would be time for drinks. I thought they was just going to roll right up and start throwing hands.
They left it open. So
we didn't get to see that though.
Episode. Let's see what happens. But speaking of moves, was it smart for Luther to be standing there with his arm around Sloan when the Sparrows pulled up? Like. Luther suits are a little more understanding, and they don't even like it. So I don't know about this. I don't know. That just don't you think that's kind of the reason Ben ended up putting a little extra on it and ended up being a dick, or was he just going to do that anyway?
Do it anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ben's a whole ass asshole right now.
Yeah, and how's he up there changing the rules and barking order like he's got juice? You just got your ass whooped, and now you're trying to tell them to capture the same man that just whooped your ass? Obviously they have all the cards. They have the upper hand. Who are you barking orders at? What's he doing?
And also, really, what is your end goal here? Because you can legit just do, the regular deal that y'all agreed upon. Everybody goes home and, then you team up, you try to fix the damn timelines, and that's it. But y'all want to do all of this extracurricular shit. I think it's just, again, this is Ben's ego getting in the way and going on an unnecessary path just to be destructive and to flex whatever power you think you have. It's just stupid.
Just one more way to show that he's an awful leader. Like the university, the academy just showed you have no chance against them, especially with Harlem on their side. Like, why is anybody listening to you? Like, just ridiculous.
I am very sure that by the end of this, or at least close to the end, what's her name? Faye is absolutely going to just drop him like a bad habit.
Oh, yeah.
He might be able to have Christopher by his side, but Christopher was calling him out on some fuck shit, along the way too.
Yeah, he left.
But we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
I see everyone but Stallone and Ben dying, honestly.
That would suck so much.
It would, but I could say, I don't know, Christopher. They're gonna put that box out of commission, huh? Oh, that'd be crazy. 5 and Lila make it to the bunker, and 5's surprise, it's an older version of himself, like we said earlier, and his older self tells him whatever he does, don't save the world.
Don't save the world.
Why would he say that, AK?
I think because he knows that all of the meddling to where they tried to stop this thing, it's for whatever it was. It's I'm going to attribute it to Ragnarok. It needs to happen. And everyone thinks Ragnarok is the end, but it's also just another beginning. And then the board gets reset and we start this shit all over again. And I think that's what they're not thinking about. That's the point they're missing. Whatever's going on now, they need to let happen so then the timelines, I guess, can cleanse themselves, so to speak, and disperse back into the order they're supposed to be in the cosmos.
Yeah. Both older 5 and Hargraves uttered the word oblivion. We've been touching on it. Do we have any idea what that means or what it's going to end up meaning? You were touching on it earlier, fandom. What do you think the oblivion's going to end up being?
No clue. But it's weird that who was the first? It was like Hargreaves said it. And then literally in the next episode, you have Klaus saying it before he died. Not Klaus, excuse me.
Number 5.
Number 5 saying it before he dies.
Oh, man. Is that what happens to Hargrave's planet? And now he's here trying to prepare us to save ours? Do you think it has something to do with that?
That's interesting. Why did he come here? Did they say what the reason was last season?
No, we just see that it seems like it's like his wife or whatever was dying, and the next thing you know, all the ships start leaving the planet that he was on.
Yeah, so I think maybe that's the oblivion, and maybe now he's here trying to help save our planet or prepare us for the same thing that's basically going to happen inevitably.
Possibly.
What do you think that was that 5 cut out of his older self's chest, fandom?
Pretty much the map, or not map, the formula to try to stop the Cuckoo Blitz. Because even he was saying himself, like, you created this rule that you don't know how to stop it.
Yeah, he wasn't buying that. He's like, that's not how our brain works. So what'd you figure out? So is that what it is, AK? You think it's just a way to stop the Cuckoo Blitz?
No, I think there's going to be a little more meaning behind it. It's essentially their Goonies map that they find in the attic. So now that they got to get, match up all the symbols, gather all of the special runes and all the magic scepters and all that, and, go to whatever spot they need to that jumps them into the right place and time to get them back to where they actually need to be. If that makes sense?
Yeah, absolutely. I like that. So Claus and Stan break into the White Buffalo room, and like any little boy would, Stan runs around touching everything.
Touching shit.
One of those things was a spear gun that he accidentally set off, sending a spear right through Claus's chest. No way he's going to be dead. Can Claus be dead, fandom?
With his abilities, I'm going to say no.
He's going to use his abilities to not be dead?
Yep.
Oh, man, I like that. What about you, AK? You feeling like that?
I think he's absolutely not dead. I mean, it's Klaus. He's the Lord of the dead. So,
or it might just be
like I see him again.
It might just be the fact that they're all dead in this timeline, so that's the way he gets through it because he's already dead. But yeah, I don't know.
Maybe so, but I got beef with Lila on this. What the fuck were you teaching this boy? Why is he just up for picking up anything and clicking all of the buttons?
Oh, stop.
Like he went through that whole room, touching every dial,
Everything.
pushing every button, turning every round thing there was to turn,
Little
and
kids are
then
gonna do.
picked up this random ass. He's not a little kid. That is a preteen. You are old enough to know to go into somebody else's space
Isn't he like 8
and
years
not
old?
touch their shit. 8 years old. Phantom.
That ain't no
When you-
preteen.
when-
18-year-old
when-
ain't no preteen.
When you were going into someone else's house, did you run around and just touch shit?
Yeah, but I knew better. I was raised
When you
better.
were 8? Okay, that's what I'm saying. That's why I have beef with Lila. Because you need to teach your son, you needed to have taught your son not to touch shit.
Oh, save the world and destroy the universe. That's basically what's going to happen. He said boys are bad. They're just going to touch shit. That's what little boys do. But yeah, that was ridiculous. And
It says it's not just boys, it's kids in general that do that shit. But fuck that. He's old enough to know better.
Oh, man. So Stanley again says he can't control his powers. And like I said, I think he's lying. I think he can control it just fine. Like he controlled it just fine to show Victor like how he killed all their moms. Like he was able to control that and make it happen. So I don't know. I think he's like underplaying how much he can control this. And what is the crew going to do when they find out that it was him that killed all their moms, especially Diego?
Not especially Diego, especially Allison.
I don't know. Diego seems to be
Because quote unquote, they said, "Oh, you want that briefcase? Give us the old man." Okay, the old man. Like at this point, they really have like no point of getting keeping the old man.
But they don't have the briefcase though, so they
but they don't know that
bargain.
though. But they don't know.
That doesn't mean that that they will bring Harlan to any meeting spot without. I mean, look at how Allison ran the shit the first con in the beginning with Victor. They just said, "Okay, we got him, so bring him here at such and such time." Okay, well, we got your thing. We'll release it when you give us back our brother. They both met up. Obviously, no exchange was made. They were both just stalling for time. It would be a repeat of that scene. They don't necessarily have to give Harlan up. And even if they did, Harlan, again, could just kick their assholes.
Yeah, exactly.
Like he did before and be done. So, okay, let's say you got to go capture him. Fine. You put him in front of them. Fine. What are they going to do? Nothing.
Exactly.
They have no contingency plan of what to do once they get this guy.
No. It's like, be careful what you wish for, because now what?
Exactly.
Here I am. Now what? Like I already told you.
You already came in trying to talk shit and stretch your bad shit, and he shut y'all down in less than 10 seconds. Again. So what the fuck? What do you want to go up against him for again?
Yeah, just showing again what a bad leader Ben is, and he has no plan.
Yep.
He's just a terrible leader. So, talk about a cliffhanger. I cannot wait to see how this all unfolds. Like, this was an absolutely amazing episode, and it has me, like I say, once again, hook, line.
This season is a banger, man.
It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Can't wait to see the next one. So we got just a couple trivia questions before we get out of here to see if anybody remembers anything about this show. What city and state did Harlan get beat up in?
Let's see.
I again didn't write shit down for this one either.
What's up, Chad? Anybody remember out there? If you know,
was it Bend, Oregon?
It was Bend, Oregon, indeed. Well done, you. If you know these answers, write in the chat box. If you're watching later, write them in the comments down below. Who did Lila compare to a cockroach? You cockroach.
I don't even remember who Lila was.
Was it Diego?
It was not.
5?
No, it was Herb.
Ah, there he is. Absolutely. It was Herb. If anybody could survive it, that little cockroach Herb could.
And he didn't.
Yeah, that's right. And he didn't, yeah. Rest in peace, Herb.
What drug did Claus say he was on when he picked the lock with his teeth?
All of them.
Oh, he was half stoned on. What did he say when he picked the lock with his teeth?
I don't know. There's any number of drugs.
Yeah, if you know that one, write it in the comment section down below. Keeping it moving. What game did Stan find in the White Buffalo room?
Was it ping pong? Not ping
chess? Chess or checkers, badminton?
Incorrect. I think Phantom almost said it.
It's not ping pong. It's oh my gosh. It's oh my goodness.
What game did Stan find?
I would play it on my
Was it was
computer.
it table tennis?
No, it's like a bowl.
No.
It's also a small bowl in it too. Oh my god.
He's
I
all
don't
over
remember.
it.
Oh my
What's up,
god.
chat?
Come on, fandom. Pull us through. You can do it.
If you know that one, write it in the comment section down below. We're going to keep it moving. What room did Lila and Five find older Five? What was the name of the room that they found older Five in?
Shit. Operations something.
No, it's a
or
bunker.
other.
It's isn't
Put those two together, you got it. Operations bunker, absolutely.
No, was that it?
You both said half the answer. That was amazing. Teamwork, that's how it's done. And last but not least, what does Kugelbitz mean in Germany?
lightning bolt.
All of lightning, absolutely. Close
Yes.
enough. We're going to give it to you. Well done, you. Oh, man, absolutely fantastic. Loving this season. Can't wait to keep it moving next Monday, and we're just going to keep on going right down. We'll be going right into 5 and 6 next Monday, so you'll both be ready for that one?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I think we can do that.
All right. Any last quotes out the door? Any last shout-outs? Any last reminders?
Let's see. I think not this Friday, but the Friday after next, we'll be back again with trivia. So join me, fandom, and the crew on the Citadel Trivia channel. I might have some trailer reactions for all the cool things that came out of Comic-Con this past weekend coming up in the next week or two, so look out for those. And I don't know, DJ, if you want to spend some tinfoil on what's going to happen with this Phantom U2, then we can maybe schedule that in.
I'm trying to get one in there. And we're definitely going to be jumping back on and probably starting Tuesday. I don't know if we'll get it in by tomorrow, but definitely next Tuesday. We'll see. Maybe even tomorrow. We'll see what happens tonight. But going to be getting back on that Westworld train and doing one up with the Westworld. So season 4. So make sure you're up to date on at least the first 2 episodes of Westworld. And that's going to either happen as early as tomorrow or maybe next week. We'll see what happens with that. So I hope everybody out there is having an absolutely fantastic week, and it only gets better from here. And until we see you on the next one, be easy, everybody.